Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Dallas Cowboys. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Ready? Choose the mic. Right. 50 choose the mic. Watch the slant. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. He'll look to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. On second down, it's Pollard. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 28. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
He may try and run for this. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the 1st down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. It's a quarterback sneak, and they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. They only get a hard-fought yard, but that's all they needed. It pays off the decision to go for it, 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. 2nd and 4. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2.
Oh, fuck me, dude. You fucked that up. Thank God. Thank God you fucked that up.
To the 27-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Second and 9 now. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pick up there, 26 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They're going to look to throw into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
1st down, and it's Pollard again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Second and 11. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter. Darren Lee came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds Hopkins complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. They'll run with Pollard. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now Pirine, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Samaje Pirine, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The open man is Shark. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 18 yards, first down Niners. On play action, they'll throw. And he's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 18 yards, first down Niners. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down, 49ers.
They'll set up to throw. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you have...
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Pollard. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Going to take a shot for Gallup. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And Diggs has it. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered and picked up.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. The kick by Sanders is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football. And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. He'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now San Francisco going to call their
second timeout. They're going to do that every third down, bro.
As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go.
I ain't blaming you because it is OP, but... Oh, it's crazy as hell.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays.
You know, if I keep running it, I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I don't know why.
They'll drop the throw. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And he will find his man on the outside. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Ball.
Double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Troy Apke. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7 are phenomenal.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. Back to throw. Going deep for Diggs.
Oh, fuck me, dude.
And that's caught inside the 30.
I didn't think he was going to throw it there.
49
Otherwise, it would have been an INT all day on me.
In the final seconds of the first half, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This one fielded at the 5. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On first down, here's Breida. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. No, that's exactly what's happened.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 17-14.
It's not about how OP the team is. It's about how good the user is.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Letting go of Weezy's already starting to hurt me. We're getting some good users.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
A good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
He'll drop to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
Richie James on the return. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. 1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
A gain of 14. 1st down, 49ers.
They run with Breida. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida, 76 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Their teams are
all about winning, aren't they? Because he's
every
not
team
worried
in there
about the
should be
number.
fucking
Sure, it's
OP.
great to have 2 touchdowns.
The
bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
We're going on 5 seasons.
Let's go. 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Right there. 54.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. They'll set up a throw.
Fucking throw it to X, bro.
Escape, and he goes down. The sack by Jordan Willis.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Give him 8, maybe 9, but they're still left with a 3rd and long upcoming. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw.
Got you, boy.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Run for Pollard. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They'll try and sneak it here. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. It's their quarterback. His 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack? Or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do...
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Going to run again here with Pollard.
Fucking Duke behind him, bro.
He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And an alley to run. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 31 yards there and a first down.
He's still rumbling,
that part
isn't he?
is
Still
a lot of
fresh in this one despite the heavy workload.
Like, I know he's a good user, but a lot of this
and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
You know you're doing the bad coming up there.
Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And they'll get this down to the 10. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right, where you are. That's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
So nice number one. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Better not do the same play back to back.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal. This is Breida. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. A good red zone run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second and goal. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got it second and goal now as they look for that final dagger. They run again with Breida. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and that is going to set up third and goal.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
On third down, a run from Breida. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. Fourth down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
Go for it, don't make it. I got long to drive, but I only have to get 3 points.
They come out here in the eye. Here we go, a big play in a tight game late. They're going on fourth and goal. They run for it with Breida, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Matt Breida taking it in. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Ooh, my motor's on fire.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
That's their own 26-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
They're going to look to throw. Being chased out left. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 27 yards there, a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. And the catch made by Hopkins. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. All right, so the Cowboys will go for 2 here.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Set, ready. 60 out. Run the mic. Watch one. Watch one. Here we go. Set.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he finds a man on the crossing route. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
First down, San Francisco.
Here we go. Keep running. Keep running. You got nothing.
Now it's Breida. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Niners, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next.